Up the highway from Mataranka toward Darwin is a diminutive national park, Nitmaluk, which punches well above its weight. Home to Katherine Gorge and Edith Falls, it would be easy enough to drive past, but this place is like Kakadu in miniature. Katherine Gorge itself is massive. The sheer amount of water that it has taken over millennia to carve out this amphitheater in blues and reds is unfathomable. Here, Mother Nature is wearing her best.
I'm standing at the top of Nitmaluk Gorge, or Katherine Gorge to the locals. And I have to admit, it's a pretty spectacular spot. What's really cool here is the story of how it was formed and how far back that story goes. This sandstone was actually laid down about 1.5 billion years ago. But what's really neat is how long it actually took to see the light of day. This river didn't even start flowing until about 25 million years ago. So it's taken that long to cut this gorge about 100 meters deep. Now, that river is actually full of life now. There's heaps of freshwater crocodiles. There's salties that get in during the wet, but they move them back out for the tourists. There's barramundi and heaps of bird life. This place is also really special to man. For the last 20,000 years, Aborigines have lived here and have depended upon this water source to survive through the dry. It's about 13 kilometers long, this gorge, and there's 13 separate pools that all hold water throughout the dry season. Without this place, they would have had a really hard time enduring the weather up here.
There are two ways to take in Katherine Gorge. You can walk to the boat ramp and catch a ride upstream to the rock pools, or you can walk up around the gorge for a different view altogether. Nitmaluk is the park that keeps on giving. And up the road, there's a small turnoff for Edith Falls. I didn't really know what I was expecting to find here. I like to travel a little blind when I can, to leave some room for accidents, for those little synchronicities that the universe likes to spring on me from time to time. The devil fools with the best laid plans. And there's nothing worse than seeing the same waterfall in a brochure 600 times before you get there. I think it ruins some of the awe.
Most people that come to Nitmaluk National Park head straight to Katherine Gorge, and that's a pretty epic spot. But a little bit further north and west in the park is Edith Falls. Now, this is my kind of paradise. There's a couple of pools here that you can swim in. The bigger one at the bottom, that's where the crowds go. But if you're willing to brave a short hike up the hill, you get to this spot. This is the upper pool. You've got your own private waterfall, beautiful clear water in these rock holes to go swimming in. This is pretty good. I love the top end for this stuff. One day you can be out there catching fish, and the next be somewhere like this.
I spent the next couple of hours rock hopping over orange stones, the temperature of the sunny side of Mercury, and into water that was so cold you had to brace against it. The water up here has a kind of smell and taste all its own. It has come from deep within the bosom of the earth, run over red rocks and green algae, and fallen through the air again and again in falls like these. This water really is alive in so many ways. The road never ends though. Inside the D-Max, I could feel something calling my name, pulling me inexorably further down the long thread that connects dreams and memories, the highway, toward Kakadu National Park, jewel of the top end. This search for the edge means coming face to face with the elements in their rawest forms.
Fire. Ever since Prometheus defied the gods and gave man his greatest gift, it has been the thing that perhaps more than anything else has defined mankind. It is what has kept us warm. It's protected us from the saber-toothed tiger. But as much as anything else, it's given us somewhere to look when we're sitting around a campfire. Man has been staring into the embers and the flames for as long as he's had control of fire, maybe before. We harness it in everything, even the four-wheel drives that we drive around. That internal combustion is nothing more than fire harnessed and put at our fingertips. But out here in the outback, when you light a fire by yourself or with mates, you're enacting an ancient dance. You're doing mankind's oldest form of meditation. And I think there's something really pure about that.